How's it going? I'd like you to be introduced to my daughter Sylvie over here. Today we're going to be doing our project together. And you know, in the whole theme of the project of Leave No Waste with Art Connects, we're going to continue with our gardening theme, building a tumbling style composter out of recycled, reused materials. And you know, the bigger theme, and you know, something that we've been trying to do as a family is really put that into our daily lives at home. So that gives us the ability to reuse our food scraps in our kitchen and turn them into energy for the plants and gardens that we're all growing out here in our other sustainable systems that we're building. So we're going to try to edit this all together pretty nicely. We'll see how we do. But basically, you know, this is what it's going to look like. It's this, my beautiful drawing right there. A really simple kind of sawhorse style stand made out of some 2x4 lumber we had laying around. And this big blue barrel a friend of ours had in their yard. We'll just simply get a door hatch cut into it and an axle drop through. You know, we're going to have a blast. We're going to build this and we're going to use it in our household. So it's great to kind of be with you guys again. And I've been enjoying hearing everyone's kind of individual progress on these projects that we've been doing. So without further ado, let's get going. All right. All right, guys, so the first step in getting this door cut into this barrel is we're going to go ahead and pop 4 holes in the corner of our door, and then we're going to use our jigsaw, which is electric, and we're going to cut around that whole line that we scribed. So we already marked with a measurement, and we're ready to go ahead and drill our first hole. And you know, if you don't have, you know, these tools, there's lots of other ways to go about kind of getting this done, from a normal traditional handsaw to popping a hole with a nail or screw to get started. So tighten that up a little bit. Tighten that chuck. Easy peasy. All right, now that hole will allow us to get the tip of our jigsaw in there, and then we'll go ahead and begin the cut. All right, this is our jigsaw here. Variable speed DeWalt jigsaw. Go ahead and place that in there. And we're following our eye, and when that blade's moving, keep your fingers away. Sylvie, will you do the honors? Oh. All right, awesome. That worked out. We'll go ahead and clean the inside out and move on to the next step, which is probably drilling the hole for the axle. So we have a little nice door there, and we'll put it on hinges. And I think that'll work out pretty well. And you can see that little fuzz that kind of came up after we made that cut. I'm just taking a simple file. It comes right off. Really doesn't matter. You can take it off if you feel like it. So in this design, this whole barrel rotates on this axle that we're going to put through here. Now, you could use anything that you have laying around. Maybe you find a piece of PVC. Maybe it's a broomstick handle. I found this this metal pole in my garage, and I measured it. It's 1.5 inches. So I'm going to have to cut an 1.5 inch hole in the center of the top of this barrel. Here, can you hold that, Sylvie? Thanks. So to find center, it's not too difficult. Come take a close look. We're just going to divide this circle, and through that process, we're going to understand where the center of it is. So it already has a line in the center there, and then, you know, I'm going to just kind of line this up. Do that. All right, I think we're going to hit it right there, and that's going to be our center. All right. Here's our drill with a 1.5-inch hole saw bit on there. So basically I take my drill bit, I line it up right in the center of that hole, slowly apply pressure. Oh. Whoa, Nelly! Bammo. Look, nice little plastic plug right there. It's a little warm too, all that friction. All right, we're just gonna flip it over and do it to the other side, and we'll see if we were successful. All right, so we're on the other side now. Watch out, Sylvie! All right, once again, nice little plug came out of that. Test feed this. Perfect. All right, let's get this lined up and we'll take a look at it. Okay, we have our door panel out and we want to make it a functional door, so we're going to put some hinges on it right there. So it's important to kind of look when you go to mark your dots for it that your axle is actually sitting on that hinge, and then it's as simple as just kind of marking where the holes are with your marker, and then I started drilling out the holes right where I made those marks, and then Sylvie's going to help me drill out the rest on the body. You want to press that trigger? All right, hold that trigger with me. All right, nice. Here, help. Okay, now we're going to attach the first hinge. So the tool I chose to go ahead and connect the hinges to the plastic barrel is a Rivet Gun. So it's a pretty cool tool to make little connections. Pretty simple. All I do is kind of put the rivet inside of the Rivet Gun. Go ahead and place it. And then you have to kind of crank it a couple times. See, isn't that pretty cool? Really easy. If you don't have one, I recommend you go tell your mom or dad, let's go get a Rivet Gun today, Mom. All right, so you can see with the rivets, it went really nicely. We put the slide lock right there. So that closes. So we'll be able to kind of, put in our food scraps and take shovel loads out. The next thing you want to do is go ahead. I have a 1/2-inch drill bit, and I'm going to drill some spacing for some airflow to come through. And then what you're also supposed to do on the inside of these is connect little boards in there. So it's kind of like a fin. So when you rotate it, it mixes up the compost, so it's not just stuck to one side. So I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to do that, but it shouldn't be too difficult. It could be as simple as cutting little pieces of these boards and just screwing them in from the outside. But right now, I think this is my next step, is to cut the little base, the little sawhorse base. So I came up with a measurement of 36 inches for each one of my 2x4s on the sides that make those crosses, just because I thought that was a normal height. So I'm going to go ahead and cut my wood on the table saw I have in my garage. So follow me in. So we're here at the table saw, making my marks. This might be the time when you need a little parental supervision, or your local shop manager to help you out. But basically I'm going for 36 inches. Measure that out. Drop my line right at 36. Take my little framing square here and make sure I have a nice perpendicular line. A line that is opposite this length. Okay, I have my blade up, I have my safety glasses on, and let's go ahead and make a cut together. There's a little sled I made, this little piece right here, so it allows me to make nice perpendicular cuts. I simply place my line, and I'm going to run it through. On button. So I'm just going to do that 4 more times and we'll have the crosses made, and then I'll screw those together. So we had our 36 inches pieces together. I simply just put 1 screw in the center. That kind of acts like a hinge. I open them up to about the same distance, and I'm just kind of figuring this out as it's sitting here. And I've got a support on the other side so it doesn't go all cattywampus. And I think I'm going to attach this one right here. Sylvie, can you hold this board? All right. Thank you. Just hold it up right there. You good? Perfect. All right, thanks. All right, so we've got our base built up here. Looks pretty nice. And one of the last things I need to do is just drill some of these air vents to get air breathing through it, kind of. So I'm going to drill those about every 5 inches or so. But, you know, it's spinning, and we're winning. You know, when we reuse, reduce, and recycle in our own homes, we are the added help that the planet needs right now. So this is a really cool project. I enjoyed making it. It wasn't too difficult. And you know what? If you really got into these, you could probably make some money off of these. I think you could sell these for about $60. You probably get this barrel for free. Find these hinges, little scrap wood, and you got yourself a little sustainable environmental business. You know, that sounds pretty cool. But I'm gonna go ahead and find a nice little place for this in my yard. And I just want you guys to know that I've had a really great time kind of doing this, especially throughout COVID. You know, it's given me something to focus on, and I really believe in it. And hopefully we'll see each other's faces again. I'm going to drive up to Coshocton next week, actually, and kind of unload the classroom and everything. But till then, be safe, guys.
Good. Yeah, get all that stuff in there.
And there we have it. Putting it to work. Feels good. All right.
Spin it.
Give it a spin. That's fun for days right there. All right.
Nice
See you
work,
guys.
guys.